So, once again, we back from break. It says in 2 Chronicles 18 and 18. We just read about King Ahab. That Elijah let, go after he killed all his prophets of Baal, right? 2 Chronicles 18 and 18. And again, he said, therefore, hear, Salakia. He said, therefore, hear the word of the Most High. I saw the Most High sitting upon his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left. That's the angel standing on his right hand and his left. And the Most High said, who shall entice King Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one spake out saying after this matter, and another saying after that matter. So they speaking, giving their way that they can have him go up to Ramoth Gilead and die. Then came out a spirit and stood before the Most High and said, I will entice him. And the Most High said unto him, wherewith? How you going to do it? And he said, I will go out and be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. That's what you're looking at. Come on. The devil to deceive the whole world by sorcery. So he said, just spirit said, I'm going to go out and be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Most High said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. Now therefore, behold, the Most High have put a lying spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Most High has spoken evil against thee. Now you wonder why I was spelling out Baal and not just, saying it for what is written. Because when you go to, right quick, because I'm about to end. When you go to Exodus 23 and 13, it says, this is in the law of the Most High, his commandments, his laws. It said, and in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect. He said, and make no mention of the name of other gods. Neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. So that's why I just spelled it. As much as possible. That's why Joshua 23 and 7, we came out of the wilderness, Joshua and Caleb brought us into the land of Canaan. He said, Joshua 23 and 7, that ye come not among these nations. We're not supposed to be dealing with these other nations, going among them. These that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourselves unto them. So he said we ain't supposed to be calling on the names of these other gods. That's why Psalms 96 and 5, I've quoted it many times within this lesson, but it says, Psalms 96 and 5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. This is what it says. But the Most High made the heavens. You see? All the gods of these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel are idols. That's why the Most High said, Amos 3, 1 and 2. See, when you understand this, it don't change. Amos 3, 1 and 2, hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel, O 12 tribes of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. And that's very important because all 12 tribes was in the Egyptian captivity, saying what? You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's why I say, as for the judgment of the Most High, the other nations have not known it. But the Most High judged us he punished us for our iniquities, for breaking his laws, statutes, and commandments. Look. Point blank, you want to go to the New Testament? Matthew 1, 21. Matthew 1, 21. And she who was married shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. That's clear. Who is his people? Hebrews 7:14 says, for it is evidence of fact that our power of Mashiach Yahushua sprang out of Judah, our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, fourth-born son. You see? What did Mashiach Yahushua say? Matthew 15:24. This is to us, we the Israelites. It says, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The Most High sent him. He was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He told this Samaritan woman in John 4:22, he said, ye worship, ye know not what. We know we worship, for salvation, power and authority is of the Jews. You see? So we followed all these other idols until this day, unless you can show me where your religion is keeping the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws, as it is written here, the Most High's laws. Because it tell you in the last verses of this book. Go to Revelation 14 and 12. Here's the patience of the saints. We define the saints in Psalms 148:14, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are the patience of the Israelites. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Mashiach Yahushua, right? Revelation 22, the last book of the Bible. Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. So how you think you're going to be able to make it to the kingdom without doing what he say do? That they may have right to the tree of life, to live forever, and may enter into the gates into the city. The gates going to be 3 gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, 3 gates on the west, and 3 gates on the east. And every gate is assigned to one of the tribes of Israel. That's 12. 12 gates. 3 on the north, 3 on the south, 3 on the west, and 3 on the east. 12 gates. And each tribe is going to go through their gate. You see? So that's how we done away with it. Look. Revelation 21 and 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear in crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. Look, I just told you, 12 gates. And at the gates, 12 angels, an angel on each gate, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. See that? On the east, 3 gates, as I said. So that's 3 tribes going into the east. A gate for each tribe going into the east, 3 gates. On the north, 3 gates. So just to let you know, we not done away with. This got to be fulfilled. This future prophecy. On the north, 3 gates, 3 tribes going into each gate. The tribe, whatever tribe it is, going into their gate. On the south, 3 gates, whatever tribe, 12 tribes of Israel, 3 tribes are going into their own personal gate, and on the west, 3 gates. See? So each of the tribes have their own personal gate that they're going through. Okay? So now, this got to be fulfilled. Then you know we're going to be here. We have to be here to fulfill what it is that's being said. How are we going to do all these things that is written here if we're not going to be existing to do this? Future prophecies. You see? Look what the Most High said. Jeremiah 51 and 20. He said, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I beat in pieces the nations. And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. And with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. And I also will break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. That's what I'm telling you. You better hear the word of the Most High. That's future prophecy. But you pork-chopping preachers that leading, they say, woe, when we read in Jeremiah 23 and 1, woe to the pastors that scatter the sheep of my flock. And with thee, also with thee, I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. See, better understand what he's saying. letting you know, this got this future prophecy. It's going to happen. Just a matter of when. Are you ready for this? That's why you got to repent and come back to this truth before it's too late. Ain't nothing that we can do about it except for it's going to be fulfilled. Ezekiel 25:12. Thus say the Most High power. You got to make it mean something different. This is what the Most High is saying in His word. Because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance. Most High said He was just a little displeased. And they helped forward the affliction against Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged Himself upon them. That's why He said, look, hold that. We come back there. Go to Obadiah. Look what he said. Obadiah 10. He gave Edomites 21 verses. Look at verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, this our fraternal twin evil brother, Esau, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother, that you read about in Genesis 25:25 and 26. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldst not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah. Thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. We escaped, and they was there to stop us from escaping and say, here it is, here go one, we got one right here. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. That's why Ezekiel 25:14, he said, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. Remember, he said, you're going to make us this battle axe and weapons of war. Say, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall, this future prophecy, know my vengeance, said the Most High power. That's why He told us. Zephaniah 3:8. That's future prophecy. How that's going to happen if we already done away with it? If we don't exist. That's why He told us, Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Most High, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Hear what He's saying? So all these things is future prophecies. That's why you look at, and the elite know this. That's why we go into the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary and other Bible dictionaries. It tells you, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgment. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who's not giving any promise of the Most High, promise of mercy from the Most High. 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night. You ain't gonna know when the thief's coming. You're gonna know what's gonna happen. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, saying then that all these things shall be dissolved. This future prophecy What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and righteousness? See, people better learn how to have a holy conversation in righteousness concerning what's right according to the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise to set us in our own land. He can't set us in our land that we destroyed. It don't exist no more. That's been squashed. I hope you understand this. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's right. Wherefore, beloved. Who to be loved? The 12 tribes of Israel. Seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent in this truth, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, without sin, and blameless. See, so that we can be worthy for our names to be written in the book of life. That's what this is all about. No more, no less. Because he's telling you in Revelation 19 and 15, he said, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Gonna be thrown in the lake of fire. That's what this is all about. That our names be written in the book of life. So I hope you see. Let's go to one more. Let me go to Daniel 7:18. While we have a little bit more time. Daniel 7:18. This have to be let you know that the Israelites have to be living to fulfill all these prophecies. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So that you know the Israelites can't be done away with, can't be cast away. If we gonna take the kingdom and possess the kingdom, how long? Forever and even forever and ever. I mean, we got to be here to do this. Verse 27, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. We didn't find the saints. Psalms 148:14. Saints even of the children of Israel, who are people near to the Most High. Praise ye the Most High. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and it's going to last forever and ever and ever. So we have to be here to take the kingdom, possess the kingdom, even forever and ever and ever. And it says the dominion, the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. I mean, we have to be here to fulfill this in the future, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. You hear that? All kingdoms and dominions shall serve and obey him. Hitherto is the end of the matter. And I hope that was enough to be able to bring your mind to an understanding that we as the Israelites are not done away with. You cannot be no spiritual Israelite. You got to be an Israelite born in the flesh. You understand? Romans 9, first chapter to the fifth verse defines that clearly. So with that, I say, Crumb, Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Crumb, Mashiach Yahushai, which Crumb is rise, and Crumb Yasharella. And I'm out. Shalom.